All praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Chachwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom unto the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. It said, for I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last. An apostle, all it means is sent away. And those are the men who was called to feed the sheep. And this video is inspired by, meditating on how the world view us. But it don't matter how the world view us. It matters what the Lord think of us. And, as we continue to get closer to that great and dreadful day, aka the day of the Lord, you got to understand that a lot of persecution is coming. So you got to get your mind ready and don't allow nothing to separate you from the grace and mercy that the Lord have given you for those who teach and for those who the Lord gave the ears, the eyes to see, to hear, to believe. Because, as the scripture says, the spirit of the prophets is subjected to the prophets. So everybody's not going to be a prophet. But the scripture also said, covet to prophesy. But I don't want to take away from the video. And it says, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels and to men. So everybody is watching us. We are the salt of the earth, as it says in Matthew 5:13. We let our light shine in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. And, this generation is the most perverse that I have ever been since there was a nation. That's why the Lord talks about how the day that's about to approach is going to be the worst day since civilization started. But we a spectacle. We out there in the midst, wherever you preach at, we out there, man. And everybody look at us, and some people know what we about because they seen us multiple times, especially if you've been preaching for a little bit. And then you have some people who never seen you before, and then they looking at you like, this nigga crazy. But that's a blessing. And it said, we are fools. Now, in the Greek, this word fools, the root word is mysterion. All right. And when you go into that word mysterion, it's a hidden thing, secret, mystery. Generally, mysteries, religious secrets, confided only to the initiate and not to the ordinary mortals. So we have received the spirit of truth. The Lord dealing with us on another level than everybody else. So in the eyes of the world, we are considered fools because we know the mysteries. They don't. Because I always say this. You see men, every weekend, for years, when it's hot, when it's cold. And then that person that you're looking at, instead of looking at him like, wait a minute. I've been seeing this dude for years. I've been seeing this dude when it's cold outside, nobody listening. All right. I seen this man when it's hot as hell, when it's hardly nobody outside. And this man is always out here. Instead of looking at him like, man, he must know something. Nope. They look at you like you're a fool. But the beautiful thing about the scriptures warn us of everything. So that's what makes this, everything that we go through worth it. Because everything that the Lord said is playing out. So it says, we are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. You are honorable, but we are despised. So the Lord have everything covered. The Lord is strong where we're weak. And it don't matter what position that we are in. As the scripture says, when thou art changed to a low estate, be patient. The Lord said he going to lift us up. So it don't matter how the world view us. It matter how the Lord think of us. So it say, even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst. That's not talking about physically. It's talking about spiritually. What do we hunger and thirst for? The kingdom, rest, joy. Tired of going through persecution. Tired of demons messing with you. We want the kingdom, man. Looking and hasting to the matter of fact, let me get that. Get straight to the point. I think it's 3 and 12. This is what we hasten for. It said for the nope, that's not it. It's 2 Peter, so that's why. So it said, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So this is what we look forward to. This is what we both thirst and hunger for. So it says, even to this present hour, we both hunger and thirst and are naked and are buffeted. Buffeted means to go through afflictions, difficulties, but all the time, though. That's what it means to be buffeted. To go through those afflictions and difficulties all the time. And it says, and have no certain dwelling place. This is not our rest, as it say in Micah 2 and 10. We came over here in captivity. This ain't our rest. This ain't our homeland. And it says, in labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, which means that we're not liked. We bless, being persecuted, we suffer it. Being defamed, which means people speak ill of you. We entreat, we are made the filth of the world and are offscouring, which means to be rejected by the society. People don't, embrace us with open arms. People look at us like we crazy. People look at us like we stupid. People look at us like, even though majority of us have jobs, they still say, get a job. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way people look. People just look at us like we're bums, like we're crazy, like we stupid. All the things that the Lord said that would happen. And it said, of all these things unto this day. So, matter of fact, what is that for? So don't allow, matter of fact, let me just read this. Observe the opportunity. Observe the opportunity is talking about this truth that you have received. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. That's why I always talk about prayer. And it's not just me talking about prayer. I only repeat the scriptures. It ain't about me. I'm just going to speak what the word says. So in 1 Thessalonians, I want to say 5 and 21, it said, pray without ceasing. Now, of course, life happens. You have a lot of distractions in life. You got jobs, you got kids, you got a wife, then you just got the vexation of the spirit. So you might not be able to pray all day, every day, but you should be praying every chance that you get. So with this opportunity, you're supposed to pray that the Lord give you the strength to endure everything that you have to go through, to endure to the end, that you could be saved. So observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth your soul. So all the scriptures that I just read from 1 Corinthians 4, 9 through 13, this is what it's talking about when it say, be not ashamed when it concerneth your soul. Because you got people who look down on you. You got people who think you're crazy. All right. So it says, for there is a shame that bringeth sin, which that's what everybody else is in. Being an unbeliever, that's the biggest shame you're going to have, and it's going to manifest in that day. Talk about you Israelites out there who don't take this truth seriously. So there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. So, being looked down on in this world, that is a shame which is glory and grace. So it's a shame in the eyes of them, but it's going to be glorious and graceful when the Lord returns, because he's coming back to our joy. All right. And he's coming back to your being judged. So it says, accept no person against your soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause you to fall. I don't know why I be out of breath, man. I be out of breath and I'm just sitting here talking. That's a damn shame. I ain't even fat. That's why we got to get the hell up out of here. I can't wait to get a new body. But anyways, accept no person against your soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause you to fall. You know, you might at one point in time looked up to your dad. You might still look up to your dad or your uncle or your big cousin. You know what I'm saying? They probably taught you how to fight, probably taught you how to talk to girls. If you was in the streets before you came into the truth, you know what I'm saying? You probably looked up to your favorite cousin or somebody in your family, you know. But guess what? Don't never allow anybody to take this truth away from you, because most people are going to come against you, especially your loved ones. So don't allow, you know, you if you love your dad, if you love your mom, you can look up to your mom. You know what I'm saying? 9.9 times out of 10, they're going to be against this truth, because the Lord gave this truth to you. So don't allow nobody to take away your gift. Nobody. They're not worth it. All right. So while I just read some scriptures about what we go through, you know, and the things that we go through, it's going to bring us joy in the end. Now, the people of the world, see, the thing is that everybody suffer. And the reason I know this because it's in the scriptures. And since the word is for the Israelites, and the Israelites is under curses until the kingdom come. So even when you sell your soul, you still have a conscience. And your conscience, which is your spirit, which is the distinguisher of morally good and bad things. The distinguisher of morally good and bad things. So when you do bad things, your conscience, it comes against you. It stays in the back of your mind. You know the things that you had to do to get certain things. I know people who killed somebody close to them and robbed them. They have to live with that their whole life. So you really don't enjoy, you know? Guess what? That's an affliction. That's suffering. That's going through something. Now let me get the scripture to back it up. See, this scripture right here, this should make you want to fight. And then it should give you some comfort too. Because it said, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things. You see how that word is spelled, Strait, which means burdensome, a position of difficulty. This is the things that we have to go through to get to where we're trying to go. So the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for why? That's the kingdom. So we have a hope. So while we're going through things, we have something to look forward to. But guess what? For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things. See? So don't think. Now, here's the thing. Of course, the people that's wicked of our people, yeah, their life is better than ours because they don't go through. Because it's like this. If you're an Israelite, you're going through something. But the difference is, like I always say, when you're going through something, you could pick up a blunt and smoke it. See, we can't do that because the Lord said don't defile our temple. Weed is something that makes you relax. It makes you forget about the pain momentarily. You can go get drunk. You know what? I'm about to get fucked up. I'm about to drink till I pass out. See, you could do those type of things. You could take pills. You can go mess with hoes. Nothing really wrong messing with hoes, but you know what I'm saying. The point that I'm making is that you just build your life around comfort. You build your life. See, the people of the world, they build their life around trying to escape reality. We just have to be in it. All right. We just have to be in the reality and hope and pray that the Lord give us the strength to go through it. See, we're being chastened that we don't have to be judged with the world, as it says in 1 Corinthians 11:31. All right. So it says, and shall not see the wise. So everybody going through something. So the beautiful thing about we going through something for a cause. The world, the 2/3, as it says in Zechariah 13:8, the unbelievers of our people, they go through. Man, I'm really out of breath. This is crazy. Salakia, that means forgive me. Man. But anyways, yeah, let me end this video, man. I don't even feel good. It's crazy. fucking Satan. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it on this. This is why we gotta get up out of here, man. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. And while I'm going through what I go through, these scriptures comfort me. That's why I understand why the scriptures call it the comforter. Understanding that we ain't going through things for no reason. So it said, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Oh, man. So, hopefully this video was edifying. And, yeah, man. I'm just happy that, we do have a big brother who, laid down his life for us, that we can never have to go through anything again, And all of this is worth it at the end of the day. All of this is worth it. So all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hopefully this video is edifying. And Shalom.